Intel's 12th gen processors are excellent, and the Z690 Aorus Master is bent on bringing out their full potential. Of course, if you're buying such a high-end motherboard, you will want to buy a premium or even flagship level processor. There's no point in pairing this board with an i5 12600K. Instead, you'll need at least a 12700K or preferably a 12900K. Keep those costs in mind. Now let's talk about the design for a bit. This Z690 motherboard looks very crowded, but for a very good reason. It has everything one could ask for. The power delivery heatsinks are gigantic, and the same is true for the chipset heatsink. Unlike X570, the Z690 platform does not use an actively cooled chipset. This is good as those chipset fans tend to get quite noisy. You get a respectable amount of spacing between the PCIe slots, which is great because GPU sizes are getting bigger every year. Since this is an Alder Lake motherboard, it brings PCIe Gen 5 and DDR5 support. Only the top PCIe slot has access to the 16 lanes of PCIe Gen 5. As of right now, it's not very useful as graphics cards can barely take advantage of PCIe Gen 4. Fortunately, that does make this motherboard more future-proof than any other option out there. The same is true for DDR5, as you get support for 128 gigs of up to 4800 megahertz. While that may seem low, keep in mind that XMP 3.0 will allow you to reach much higher speeds, so that is excellent. Circle back to the design and you get an abundance of fan headers, 2 addressable RGB headers, and a good selection of LEDs for debugging. The 2-digit error code LED is present here, along with hardware buttons for power and reset, all of which cater greatly to enthusiasts and performance nerds. We haven't even touched on the network features. The 10 Gigabyte Ether LAN port is powered by a high-end Aquania controller, and you get support for Wi-Fi 6E plus Bluetooth 5. This motherboard really does have it all. Performance is a non-issue, as this board features 19 plus 1 plus 2 VRM design, overkill for any processor out there. That's the best part about this motherboard. It is completely over the top, and we adore it when manufacturers create top-of-the-line products for enthusiasts. Of course, all that grandeur comes in at a sky-high price and an odd extended ATX form factor, which might cause fitting issues in a mid-tower case or other smaller cases. To sum it up, what we love here is that the design caters to enthusiasts. There are plenty of hardware controls and buttons, the extremely overkill VRM setup, the expansive storage options, and the Aquania 10 gigabit Ethernet. On the downside, it's very overpriced for the average builder, and the extended ATX form factor might not fit in all cases. Our rating for VRM design is 9 out of 10. Aesthetics, 9 out of 10. Connectivity, 9 out of 10. Value for money, 8.5 out of 10. For an overall rating of 8.87 out of 10. Do you think another motherboard's better? Check another video where we reviewed the top 5 motherboards for the RTX 3080. Tell us your opinion. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Have an awesome day.